So I've officially wrapped up the first segment of the Bloom series, which was on journaling. And so what I want to do today is kind of review what I journaled and talk about some lessons I learned throughout the last 14 days. So I think what I'm going to do is just share with you the prompts that I had wrote about and some little tidbits about those specific prompts. So the first one was on prayer journaling, which I thought was timely. It was very timely. And it's also something that I want to get back into regularly, is writing out my prayers, not just verbalizing them, but writing them down so that I can be able to go back and track, how God has answered those prayers, when God has answered those prayers, and just reflect on the growth in my prayer life. I also wrote about my ideal bedtime routine, which I thought was very interesting because most of these things I don't do. And it caused me to really focus on what I actually do in my bedtime routine and how that compares to my ideal bedtime routine. And it gives me something to work towards, which is awesome. Day 3's prompt word was, if I were to write a book, what would it be about? Which is very interesting too. And writing that book ties into my grief journey. That was really the whole point of me making this channel, was to really get an understanding of who I am post caregiver life. And my idea for a book was based on grief. I'm not going to go too far into it because I still may write that book, and I would probably like to document that whole journey too. So we'll see. I also talked about my favorite form of exercise and what I would like to try. And am I nourishing my body, and how can I do better? Those were two very, very big ones. Along with, what does my healthy body look like? Another one, what does a fulfilling morning with God look like, and how can I make it happen? Which was very thought-provoking. It made me really sit down and think about my mornings. It's the same with the bedtime routine. It makes you have to reflect on what you're currently doing, and you compare that to what your idea is, like your ideal routines are, and how can we improve. What would it take to make the ideal routine become our reality? So that was really, really good. 3 places I wanted to visit. For this one, I decided to include some pictures of some places I wanted to go. And the places I chose were Nashville, Tennessee, Greece, and then I also picked Disney World. And I picked Disney World because I haven't been to Disney World as an adult. I only went as a little girl, and I'm grateful for those opportunities. I just want to experience it as an adult, and see how that makes me feel. I've been trying to get to Nashville for a long time. I have some places I want to visit there, and so it's definitely on my list. And then Greece, I just want to experience the water. The water is so beautiful. The landscape, the pictures are amazing. There have not been many places I want to travel internationally. I don't know why. I'm not necessarily into international travel like that. I'm more of a road trip girl, but I would love to visit Greece one day. Another one, the top 10 songs I'm loving right now, which I also had to include pictures. Yes, my faves, some really good songs on here. And then another one was one of your most memorable moments. And I talked about spending time with my girls, my Rosebud sisters, the weekend of the reunion tour, which was awesome. And then write about someone you are inspired by. And I had to talk about my favorite person, one of my favorite people, Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole. Love her so much. She just had a birthday, and so I definitely wanted to honor her in here. And then another one was, how can I love myself more today? And I just wrote out some things that I could do to pour into myself and really love on myself. And then I wrapped up the 14 days with what I would probably consider vision casting. So the last two were, what are you looking forward to this month, this year, and next year? And then where do you want to be in 5 years? And I think that was a great way to sum up these 14 days, especially during this time of year, because we're in the fourth quarter, moving swiftly towards the end of 2024. And it gives me something to look forward to. When the world around you can be so dark and so unsure, I think dreaming and having hope makes things feel a lot better. Yeah. And so I'm just looking forward to what's next. I hope you enjoy this video and that you will stick around to see how I'll flourish and bloom in this chapter of my life. Thank you for watching. Bye.